fam. Welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. Happy Thursday.
Here we are, guys. Another Friday. What is it? Pre-Friday?
Another baby Friday, or wait. Friday Junior.
Friday Junior. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Another Friday Junior. We're back from our unhinged episode and jumping back to our flea content, you know, because we got to hit the fam with what they're looking for, the tea, you know. Mm-hmm. So today, off of kind of like a recent activity that you and I did, and obviously has been a topic on my mind, has been DIY. Now, what does DIY stand for, Rachel? For all the people that don't know.
Do it yourself, guys.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Beautiful. And so, anyways, this is a home improvement kind of edition. And so I wanted to talk about this current market research that I found, like a nice study from this really well-known marketing firm. I'll throw it in the resources below so you can check it out yourself as well. And we'll kind of go into a deep dive on how DIYers are doing their house. And I talk about this because I know you and I, every time we walk around, like we always see light fixtures, paint, like so many things that can help with your house, and you're always like, man, I did not know this was at the Flea.
Sure.
So we'll kind of talk about this and tell you how we can find it at the Flea.
Okay.
So obviously DIY has been like really taken off, especially with our generation.
Last like 5-7 years
for sure. I think like more so than ever.
Yeah.
And this was actually pretty shocking to me, but 73% of millennials are DIYers.
I'm not shocked by that. Hello, TikTok.
Yes. YouTube. Hello.
Yeah.
Like
you go. How do I make? Boom.
Have you ever found like or done something like off of YouTube where you're just like, what?
Makeup.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
there's
true.
Like makeup stuff.
Totally didn't even think about that regard, but
also I would say TikTok, like recipes, 100%.
That's a good one too. But like, I'm talking more so like even repairs. Like
this would not be a me question; it would be a Dom question.
That's true. I feel like guys use it so much for like car
how
things.
To fix your
how to hang this light fixture.
Yep.
And
I was gonna say,
and it's gotten so detailed that you can even enter in like item number 467510, and then it would literally come up and show you like exact details from like, you know, someone that is like licensed or professional, or maybe not. But anyways, so 73% of millennials are DIYers, and more than ever. The reason why they say this is because our Rachel and I are millennials, so our generation has been the most successful in like actually finishing projects. And once I read that, I was like laughing so hard because I know in my family, like my mom sometimes will have so many projects that she like wants to start but like never executes. And I'm like quite the opposite, where I'm like, okay, I'm not buying all of this stuff and then never doing it. Like if you want to paint an accent wall, paint the accent wall.
I'm with you.
Right? Like,
I'm with you.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that's kind of why. And the experts here that we're quoting in this survey, if you will, they were talking about how like Gen Z is even going to grow even further because they're, you know, just as creative and intellectual. So jumping right into it, that is the number one thing. So 73% of us millennials are doing this more so than ever, and it's just going to rise. Okay, so number 2 bullet point that they found as a result of all of this was that 3 in 4 homeowners DIY.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Right? Okay, so do you have any friends that own houses?
Yes.
Really? Okay. And
are
do
they
do stuff a lot? I like am so mind blown. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm like so nervous. Like I would never want to like attach something and
so
it fail.
Here's where I think I don't want to go into like the single married.
Oh, okay.
But it is.
Yeah,
my
that's
friends
true.
who are married, who have bought fixer-uppers or bought homes that need a little bit of TLC, if you will.
Yes.
They're married. They're doing it together.
Yeah,
it's
a
like
project.
a project.
Yes.
Yeah, something to do.
So, and they say that the reason why is because obviously we're younger people and we get more excited over projects. People know that it's more cost effective. So it's like,
I also think it's like seeing like literally like it's like that gratification in a way, like, oh my God, I did this.
Exactly. Yes. No, that's
and I feel
such a
like
good point.
our generation is all about gratification.
Of course, you have to.
Even when you post a picture. I mean, hello, like, comment.
Well,
You're
yeah,
like,
it makes you feel good. Yeah, I mean, you think about it, it's like the equivalent of like, you know, when you would like put together a poster in elementary school, like, and if you actually put the time and did it, like, and then getting all that feedback, that was fun, you know?
Yeah.
We started this crap when we were young. And then another couple thing is like the housing industry itself. I know you come from like a real estate background as well. So it's like, you know that sometimes like there aren't a lot of options. And so I think a lot of people are like, well, if this is my best option, then yeah, we have to gut it and kind of like, you know, start fresh. And so that's also on there. And then also just looking at like the ROI, you know, being like, okay, well, if I do knock this wall out and make it like an open concept, it would put a return on this investment when we try to sell. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the third option, I think you have a photo to go along with this, but it says about 50% of DIYers are handling exterior home improvements. So things like outdoor projects, outdoor living spaces. These are at the top of our like, this is at the top of like millennial lists, like patios and things like that.
Which I am not. See, this is where I'm not really surprised.
I know.
I'm telling you, TikTok, YouTube, you go watch a video, you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, you get the products, you call 4 guys over, you have 2 pizzas and a case of beer, done.
Well, and I know, and this,
and they love it. This is fun.
I know. When I like,
I'm like such an activity girly. So like, if you called me over and were like
a purpose,
hey B, we're cleaning, we're organizing,
we're adding a fireplace to our backyard.
I am literally it.
No, totally.
As long as you say champagne or something, I'm there.
I actually instantly thought of you when I saw this stat, because I'm like, I know that your first priority of like, when you were apartment hunting, you're like, I have to have a patio. I have to have outdoor space. So this did not shock me at all. And I'm like the same way too. Like, you want to have somewhere where you can disconnect and things.
Yeah.
So it also said that nearly half of us invest in outdoor items, things like decks, gardens, outdoor living, pathways, like exterior amenities. And so I don't know what else is on that list. If
hardware, paint and paint supplies.
So everything, for
lighting and lighting accessories, hand and power tools, storage, shelving, and organization products,
like for garages and stuff. Yep.
Also like sheds, you know, people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So you can have like a wood shed. Yeah.
Was like,
oh my God.
All the rage for a while.
So you can have like a wood shed. There's like sheds, like, I don't want to say plastic that you can buy, but you literally can.
I've even recently seen
it's like a mini freaking home.
No,
it's like a little bungalow.
Hilariously, I have seen a lot of like people will buy like a bigger property that has like a barn on it,
like a pool barn.
Yeah, and they'll make it like a party barn. And I'm like,
that is like the thing in Michigan,
because that's,
if you were getting invited to a Michigan house and there's a party, that's 9 times out of 10 you're going to be in a barn.
Indiana too.
It doesn't matter what kind of barn, you're going to be in a barn.
Another, like, meet us down the long driveway to the party.
Park and walk to the barn.
And it's all the way yonder. Yeah, no, I definitely remember those.
Okay, some other things on here is plumbing fixtures and supplies. 27% is decor and home interiors.
Okay.
And then right after that is like major appliances, outdoor power equipment, and lumber is actually like right up there.
For fires and stuff.
Yeah.
I love this because too, like, everything that you just read off, I was like, saw that at the flea. We've literally created content around all of that. So if you have not been to the flea yet, you are fleeing up.
Well,
my point is, like, I feel like if you can save even more than you would somewhere else for these projects, like, please do so. That's kind of like the purpose here. But okay, so number 4. of what they found was 14% of DIYers forgo a purchase when the product is unavailable. So like, for example, if someone was to go to like Home Depot, I don't know, and let's say they needed plywood and they were out of plywood, they would just kind of like put that on pause, which I feel like normal people do.
And here's why. Our whole generation is instant gratification.
Yep. Okay, the next one, number 5, was 77% of DIYers use home improvement store website for research. So like the growing trend would be to use things like Google and search engines, or like just going on Amazon itself.
I was going to say, so like if you look at like the online sources used right now currently, 77% is for like home improvement websites, right? Which makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like Home Depot, Lowe's, like your Menards, whatever.
Yeah.
You're going on all those guys.
58% is Google, which everybody Googles. Like whether that's a pro or con of who you are as a person, Google's Google. You want an answer, you can find it. All I literally looked up was ceramic pots on Amazon. And then it came up with next thing, holders, fertilizer, indoor plant solution. So I do think Amazon is a good outlet and a good source because it will kind of give you like everything you didn't know you actually needed with what you're doing.
Right. It's like complete the whole set. But also what I love is like it's such a clean way of seeing like reviews and actual people's photos.
I always
like,
look at reviews.
I know.
Always,
so when I would buy like, you know, I bought like an outdoor chair once and I was like, okay, like let me see what it actually looks like in someone's space. And like those photos are right there for me and I can browse and peruse and be like, oh, well, actually it doesn't look good with brown and I thought it would or whatever. So I love that part about it too.
Yeah. And then like, honestly, the other top 3 would be 37% is like the manufacturer's website. Right. Obviously. 23% is your local hardware store website. So Ace, ACO, anything like that. You know, Martin's Hardware, whatever it looks like in your city, township, whatever the case may be. Lastly is going to be 22% from customer reviews. Now, as a consumer, let's take out like DIY home improvements. Anything I buy, whether it is a home product, we literally just bought a new hard floor carpet vacuum. It's cordless from Shark. There was 38,000 reviews. Yep. I probably went through 8 pages. Like I just, because we have really thick such a weirdo. Dog hair, you know? So I'm like, if I'm going to spend $130 on this hard floor cordless vacuum, is this really what it says? Because we've gone through so many. So now I really want to know.
And it's an investment.
And that's what a lot of people like. Reviews count, guys. Like I really don't think people understand like the credibility that a review on a product or a service will get you.
Well, of course, and something like, you know, especially if you're investing in like outdoor stuff, like that stuff is so expensive. Like outdoor patio
it's about
sets.
to get rained on, snowed on
everywhere, I guess. But you know, like
on by the birds. Come on.
Sure. But like all that stuff, a grill, fireplace, like
everything,
all those like, you know, retractable like indoor sunroofs,
umbrellas,
like all of that stuff. Yes, like that stuff is so expensive. So before I like hit, you know, add to cart, I want to make sure it's like the right decision for me, you know, not just aesthetically and like what I want, but like the quality and all that stuff. So yeah, I will go. I'm like, I don't know about you, but I am kind of that weirdo where
I instantly, the first thing I do is reviews.
Well, yes, 100% reviews.
Amazon, the first thing I'm doing, because I love buying from Amazon. So,
well, it's the most convenient. But I love like actually kind of looking at all of those. Like I'll go to the manufacturer's website and see what else they create, or, you know, see kind of see what people are saying there about them too, you know. I don't know. So I love all of that. Yeah. And Pinterest too, I would add.
I'm obsessed.
That's like my first way I browse. Okay. Number 6 finding here was 55% of millennial DIYers use YouTube for home improvement info. So 39% of millennials use Facebook or for their home research, and 26% use Instagram. And then, okay, so ours is 39% and 26%, and boomers percentage is 9% and 2%, which I was like dying laughing because of course they're not using it. But anyways, and YouTube is the best because of the how-tos.
Boomers.
Instagram and Pinterest is used for more of like inspirational things.
Totally.
And then YouTube is used on like how to actually do the things.
Yep.
So then what else was on that chart?
Okay. So use in general is going to be YouTube is at the 68. Facebook is at 79, which I'm also not really surprised about because I feel like Facebook Marketplace has really like opened up another venue.
It really has.
For people. And I'm not saying this is for boomers, but I do find a lot of boomers on Marketplace.
Wanda Sanowski.
Hello. So we're going to dedicate this episode to my mom, Wanda.
No, I'm joking.
I'm not. She's on it.
A lot of my friends have used
like she will like literally the other day.
Yeah.
I'm serious. My mom will be like, okay, so they have like a nice home, you know, on like land. Yeah. All of us kids are gone for the most part.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff like that they don't need anymore. So my mom was like telling me she sold a ladder. I'm like, a ladder? And she's like, oh, it's a tall ladder. Like, these are expensive. I looked on Home Depot. Dude, they're like $1,200.
Oh, yeah. She's not lying.
She sold it for like $500-$600. And she's like, yeah, we've had it for like whatever X amount of years. I'm like, at first when she's like, yeah, we sold this ladder for this, I said, girl, you are hustling. And then she's like, Rachel, look how much a ladder is. And I looked it up and I was like, wait, what?
And again, like I think algorithms work in a weird way where if I'm like browsing something on Instagram, then I go to Facebook and I see
always
it
there
in my marketplace.
Creepy.
And I'm like, fine, I guess I will look at these gray sofas that are for sale in Chicago. And actually like whatever, like I found like some hidden gems. I've also sold some really good stuff on Facebook Marketplace. But anyways, so that was pretty interesting too. You know what I will add into this? How many times have we gone to the flea and seen like secondhand furniture and we're like, wait, this would be really cool if blah, 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 blah. Or like, oh my gosh, if I had like a room for like a bar, I would totally get that and that and that. I feel like that's a good place to actually like, kind of peruse and like get your like 100%. Mind, you know, like creative juices flowing, if you will.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, number 7, the finding was 64% of Gen Y DIYers home improvement purchases were in store. Now, I love this one because again, like flea shopping is in person, and so Gen Y is the generation before us, and they prefer to like shop in store, right? Actually,
Gen Y is not the generation.
Oh no, they're millennials. My bad. Okay, anyways, so millennial 64% of millennial DIYers prefer to shop in store for their home improvement stuff. So they prefer to touch products, and online they still purchase at very high rates. But like if you're kind of like what I just mentioned, right? Like just getting your creative juices flowing also in person and just like getting all your stuff in one place.
For me, if I'm secondhand buying, I want to see it in person before I buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying secondhand things online without seeing them, touching them, feeling them.
That's a very valid point.
That's just who I am.
So you would rather go to like garage stores or the flea or something like that than like Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. I don't blame that, you know, because some people might not take good pictures either, too. I like it. Is there a chart for this one?
Purchase method?
Yeah. What is it? Anything good on there?
79% of consumers are going into the store, physically going in to purchase.
What is the percentage
goods.
of Swap-O-Rama? 100%.
I was like, oh.
I'm kidding. It didn't make the survey. But it should. We have tools. We have power tools. Number 8. No, I'm very much so a touch and feel kind of girl. Number 8.
New brand use.
Up to 20% of DIYers try new brands. Now, I love this because it says in 2022, 15 to 20% of DIYers were willing to try a new brand. And the reasons why were because things were on sale, things were better quality, or just they were cheaper overall. The percentage of people that bought something new a brand that they did not know, and then are they likely to use it again? So for example, obviously the big brands of like home improvement things are like Whirlpool, GE, all of that stuff. Now there are so many. Yes, exactly. There are so Shark, like those are all your top brands. Like now there are obviously other brands underneath that. So I'm willing to try another stainless steel refrigerator, oven, like whatever it is, if it's at a better price, correct? And it's aesthetically, if it still looks the same.
So are you saying you are more open to like a dupe or like a sister company of that brand?
I think both. But like my mom, for example, I don't think her entire kitchen, I don't think there's a brand behind all of her like appliances.
Got it.
But they're so good. Like so we would definitely buy again.
My mom is Samsung.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
They have everything like, dishwasher.
Well, when I was reading this quote, I also thought about like thinking about also like clothing brands or things like that. Like there are so many new, you mentioned in like so many episodes, like skincare and makeup and things like that. If you kind of believe the entrepreneur behind it, you're more likely to try something, right?
Sure.
So I think kind of the same thing goes in this regard, where it's like if it's a reputable person selling it to you, you feel comfortable, it looks good quality, I mean, give it a try, right?
Sure.
So especially if it's on sale.
100%.
All right, the next one, number 9. 40% of DIYers prefer to make contact via email. And the reason why this is because obviously our generation, like the DIY projects aren't like at the forefront. Like we're still working, we're still doing things. And so like construction on our home might just be, like you said earlier, like a fun thing that you do on the weekends and like invite your friends to like help you with or whatever, right? It's like,
it's not like a priority, but exactly. It's like a fun hobby.
Thank you. It's like
it's not a priority like, oh my God, I have to do this today.
Yes.
It's more of like, let's get our creative juices moving and do something other
like
than
we
going
to build
drink
a back
at the
patio.
bar. Yeah.
Yes, we want to build a back patio. I feel like the generations before millennials, they were, and that's why they're unsuccessful with it, because they're like,
they just hired everyone to do everything.
Exactly.
No.
So 40% of DIYers prefer to make contact via email. And a lot of this is because millennials, like we don't put the project at the forefront of our lives. So for example, if I'm redoing my backyard, me and my partner are redoing our backyard, I'm not going to like halt work or whatever. Like I feel like my mom would like take 3 days off and be like, we're fixing the back
nobody can go back there.
Nobody touch it. They don't do that anymore. It's more like kind of you mentioned where it's like, all right, hey, this Saturday we're painting and then we're going out, or like we're having pizza and painting or whatever. And then next week we'll get it, and then whoever wants to come help us install, cool. So anyways, I thought this was a really like interesting market research thing. Totally. Yeah. And again, kind of what triggered this entire topic, because why are we talking about this? A lot of people that come to the fleet are DIYers.
Yeah.
I can't tell you enough how many times you and I like stop and look at light fixtures.
There's
patio
literally
furniture,
like, it almost
grills,
pisses me off like, because I'm
everything.
not like, I don't want to say well-rounded in that sense, but like it just, to me, when I see some of the things that we like fall in love with, like, I don't know where to even start with this.
Right.
If you are a DIYer, if you love remodeling, refinishing, retouching, reglitzing, reglamming, I'm telling you, Swap is where you need to be.
Yeah. And like, and the thing too is like, obvious. Okay. So one thing a few things to mention here and note, a few of the vendors are contracted through Home Depot and Lowe's and Menards. What does that mean? That means that they are licensed resellers. So anytime like, something comes damaged to them or whatever, they sell these pallets to these people. So I know you were like, oh my gosh, how are there so many light fixtures, or how, like, where's all this stuff coming from? And it's like, well, if something is damaged, or like, let's say something was on the truck and there was like water and it like made the box look ugly. Obviously they're not going to put that on the shelf at Home Depot, but the product in it is still okay. And so like, that's how these vendors get that stuff. And so it's still such good quality, great
when I tell you guys
stuff.
it's brand
Yeah,
Flea
it is.
and new.
It is.
Brand flea new.
Well, I know personally a lot of people in my network that have like for their own businesses, like bought a lot of things at the flea, whether it's, you know, they're barbers and they're buying barber equipment, like, and I'm not talking like the shears and stuff. I'm talking like the chairs, the bowls, the whatever. Like people have bought such good things for their businesses, for whether it's interior or exterior, as we've mentioned. So it's just a great place to come. And even, again, like window shopping. Just come window shop, see what there is, and maybe you get an idea from something. Like, you know, a few weeks ago, we went and we saw like an armoire, and that could be a great piece for something even outdoors or whatever that looks like for people. I think especially if you have a creative brain, come explore. It's definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
And so I want to wrap up this episode with a home improvement, this or that. Ready? They're simple. All right. So would you do paint or wallpaper?
Paint.
I love that. But I don't
I like a wallpaper bathroom.
Same. I was just going to say like a powder bath. Love that. Yeah. Or even like how restaurants do some like wallpaper walls are cute. Okay. Hardwood or tile?
Hardwood.
Same. Open concept or empty rooms?
Open concept.
Same. Granite or quartz countertops?
Quartz.
So fast. I don't think I have a preference here.
I actually don't, but I just think of rose quartz, which is like the romantic love crystal.
I always thought granite was like the best, but then I'm like, wait.
They're all good. If you got stone.
As long as it's not hard to clean and like everything doesn't show.
Laminate.
Okay. Are you a minimalistic or eclectic decor girly?
Minimal.
Me too. Stainless steel or matte black appliances?
I have both.
I know. This one's kind of... I think stainless steel because it's like better
classy,
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Walk-in closet or built-in wardrobe?
Walk-in.
Vintage or contemporary lighting fixtures?
Contemporary.
Me too. Bath or shower?
I'm a shower.
Me too. Oh, yeah. Like, give me the... yeah.
My shower right now.
Well, I know. Don't. I'm so very jealous. Rustic or modern farmhouse?
Modern.
Me too. I don't love farmhouse in general, but if I would go modern. Okay, indoor plants or wall art?
Both.
Same. Like why?
I have indoor plants,
but I would pick indoor plants though.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart home tech or traditional features?
Traditional features.
No.
We have smart home on some stuff, and when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going tech.
Just go high. No. Go high tech and be traditional.
Okay. Neutral tones or bold colors?
Neutral.
Same. But I do like pops of bold, so it depends.
I'm a black and white girly.
Me too. Black, white, and camel. Deck or patio?
Patio.
Same. Indoor or outdoor renovations?
Outdoor.
Same. Like, I don't like you to interfere with my space.
Give me a whole space that I can literally live in outside. That's an oasis that I can come home to after I'm done working.
How amazing would that be?
Great.
All right. Would you prefer curb appeal or interior comfort? Definitely interior comfort. Like, I don't really care what you think about my house on the outside.
In the city, what are you going to look at? 4 inches of grass?
Thank you.
Yeah, interior comfort. Thanks.
Vintage charm or modern aesthetics?
Modern. I don't want any vintage, nothing.
I like some pops of vintage if there's like a really...
No. Modern. Really? Modern.
I would if the piece was good. Okay. Home office or outdoor living space? Outdoor living space for me. Okay, upcycled or brand new furniture?
Brand new.
That's all I have for today's DIY home improvement episode.
You guys, I know everyone likes listening to us every Thursday. We're going to change it up this week. I want you to tell 3 friends that you know who love to secondhand shop, that you know who would love the flea market, to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And I would love to talk to them. Quite personally, we can put them right here.
Honestly, we're looking for new people
that would be cool.
We are looking for new guests, but we will only do it until we reach 200 subscribers. So when we reach 200 subscribers, we will bring in some random folks. Let's
do it.
Anyways, if you like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and as always, thank you so much for listening to another episode of You,
Me,
and
the Flea.
See you next time.
Bye.